everyone, my name is Shivani Tyagi, your philosophy and ethics teacher. So today we are going to discuss our real case today, Nupur Bora case. So in this case, we'll try to understand how ethics is related to it and how we can include philosophical concept and philosophical thinkers into this. So when you are in my class, we not only understand the philosophical and ethics concepts, we linked them with real life situations that are happening around them. So current affairs are something that we go through and we discuss them in my class. So if you are the one who are interested into knowing philosophy and ethics in such a way, then you are most welcome in my class. Now let's understand Nupur Bora case. So a girl who is in such a power, who have so many powers to change the society, to change the people's life, is suddenly found with such case where she was, caught up with 95 lakh and a gold. Now imagine with such small salary, such huge cash is found out, then how the society will react, how the rules and regulations will react to it, and how the authorities will react to it. That's what we'll understand, and how it's impacting our society and how it's impacting our ethical life. So let's understand. So basically, Nupur Bora, she lives in Assam and was in a civil services, and she was raided. So whenever this word raid comes, raid happens when there are actually accusations. Now if you are accused by something, there are some, believe that you have done something wrong, only then raid happens, right? So there might be something which happened, and this is why raid was done, right? So there was 92 lakh cash and gold recovered. Now with such a small salary in this position, a position which is given to you to help poor, to help people, to be in the society, to change the society for good, is actually transferred into something like this, right? So it raises questions on corruptions, misuse of public offices, and ethical accountability, right? So if you are given power and you are misusing it in such a way, then how bad it, puts impact on yourself and on the society also. It, you know diminishes the trust between government and public, right? So misuse of public position for private gain, right? You are given power to change the society, but for your own benefit you are coming to such action. This shows what? Unethical, right? Breach of trust between state and citizen. Now state and citizens, how? You are working on the ground, right? You're face of the government, the existing government, whatever, like I have given power, right? So that's happening. You are like the mediator, right? Mediator between the government and people. So if your actions are such bad, then the impact that people will have on the government will also be bad. The trust issues will be there, right? And we have heard it so many times that the present government is not doing anything. Actually, there are people who are on ground, who are given responsibilities, and they are lacking somewhere. And this is the problem that we are lacking of, right? Then there are lack of transparency and integrity, right? Such huge amount of cash, right? 95 lakh and gold. This shows that transparency is lacking. From where this cash came, how that cash reached to her home, and how she was using it, right? Transparency happens when people are aware that how public is using their tax, that money, and what, yeah, like things they are taking up, what actions they are taking for the society, for the public figure. So this is what transparency is. Then violation of ethical values expected from civil servants, right? Honesty and accountability are the accounts that are expected from civil service person, right? But this shows that lack of honesty and accountability can be seen over in this case. Then we have deontological views. Now what is deontological views? Kant says that duty bound to act ethically, doesn't matter what the actions are, right? There is always a clear and precise definition of right and wrong. Doesn't matter that if you are, lying for someone, right? It doesn't matter what the consequences are. It doesn't matter why you are lying for that person. Lying will be always and always wrong according to Kant, right? So consequences has nothing to do with ethically actions, okay? According to Kant, lying is always wrong, stealing is always wrong, harming someone is always wrong, saying something bad to a person is always wrong. Doesn't matter what the reason is behind that thing, what you behind your action, right? So this is what deontological view is. So it doesn't matter what she was going through or what, you know, reasons were for taking that money. We don't know yet, right? But according to Kant, deontological view says that doesn't matter what the reasons or situations are. Lying, stealing, and harming other, and acting in a way which can harm the society is always and always wrong. Then we have utilitarian view. Then utilitarian view says that if maximum number of people are getting benefited, maximum number of people are benefited from that certain action, that's right. This is what utilitarian is, right? And if there are maximum number of people who is harmed by that action, then it's wrong. This is what utilitarian method of Mill says. Now from corruption, it harms society and it reduces welfare, creates inequality. So according to Mill also, this is wrong, because maximum number of people are going to face consequences of it, right? Poor people, for that money for whom, for all those people, for their welfare, that money was given, right? But because of it, now inequality will rise, right? Transparency was also not there, and because of all these problems, the society will face lots and lots of conflicts, right? Then virtue ethics, it says that lack of virtues like honesty, temperance, and justice. So if virtue is not there, morality is not there, the chaos will generate in the society, right? And this chaos can be seen even today. The differences that we are having, the lack of trust that we have for the government, this shows that virtue ethics of Aristotle fits in this category, right? Now, Indian ethical and philosophical perspective, Gandhian's ethics. Gandhi was the person who was, following the path of truth. Now, in this condition also, in Nupur Bora case, we can see that truth is not there, simplicity and trusteeship, it is violated in this case, right? Then, Kautilya's Arthashastra, he warned against misuse of state, and he was the one who said that people who goes against the rules and regulation, they should be punished strictly. And for this, he actually made lots and lots of rules and regulations. He made lots and lots of punishment. He mentioned it, that there should be certain punishment for certain amount of like lying or killing, and all those actions and all those punishment that he gave. Then Sarva Bhuta Hiti is the welfare of all beings, and it neglecting due to selfish motives, right? Because you wanted money, right? Materialistic view could be seen over here if we see it from philosophical perspective. So because of this, what it can be seen, that from all these philosophical angle, this action that Nupur Bora did is wrong and it shouldn't be done, right? So if you are a person who is preparing for these exam, UPSC, PCS, then try to understand this, that your duty is to prepare yourself for the people, right? That personal gain should not be seen, you should not harm other, and you should think for the society, you should work for the society. This is what your duty should be, right? Then erosion of public trust in institution, this could be seen, as I said, that there is a relationship between government and public through you, right? Then weakening of democracy and governance, the trust that is abolished, the trust that is weakened, this is the reality. Now democracy and governance is weakened because of this. Now loss of resources meant for development. So the money which was meant for development, which was meant for some poor people, is actually with you, right, for the wrong cases. Now moral degradation of bureaucracy, this we have understood with examples, right? Then role of emotional intelligence, ability to resist in short and term gains. Yes, there are dilemmas that you are going to face. Ministers will be there who are going to tell you to do certain jobs, otherwise they'll either they'll make you shift, or they'll give you resignation. There are certain dilemmas you are going to face. But my question to you is that if you are preparing for such exam, are you mentally prepared to face all of these dilemmas, all these situations? If not, then you are at the wrong place, you are appearing for the wrong paper, right? If you are preparing yourself so hardly that you have to clear this exam, sit on that interview, clear that interview, and be in the power and be in the society, and then work for the people, if you have this thinking, then you are doing right. Otherwise, if you are doing it for a money and for the wrong cause, then you should stop it right now. Then self-awareness and empathy towards citizens. If you are not aware that how much society need the money, how much society need your help, and how much help you need, to help and to come out of those dilemmas. You have to understand all of these all together. Then moral courage to stand by ethical principles. You should have courage in yourself. There are lots of situations you are going to face, but you should ask yourself, are you ready to face the dilemma and situation? If yes, then you should proceed further, otherwise you should stop. Because Nupur Bora case are like slap on the students face who are appearing for such exams, for government's exam, that such cases are, it's like a pain in our heart to see such students, such cases, who are preparing themselves, and when example like these come in the society, it breaks our heart, right? So definition: absolutely integrity, honesty and transparency in public life, right? It's probity in governance. Then tools are social audit, RT and whistleblower protections. If you are a whistleblower, if you are a person who is like going towards exposing someone for the corruption, right? So there are chances that you might face, and there are dilemmas you are going to face. So to come out of that, there are certain protections that you should be given, right? Then openness should be there, accountability should be there, and ethical leaders should be there. So this tells us what? Then if you are going against those dilemmas, if you are working towards those dilemmas, then you should start working yourself in such a way, right? Then philosophy in actions. Plato says that justice means harmony. Corruption disrupts harmony in society. Even Plato believes that justice should be there. Doesn't matter what your actions were, doesn't matter for what cause you did that, but justice should be served, right? Even in Nupur Bora case, if she is wrong, then I think, and you can tell me about your viewpoint in the comment section, if she did anything wrong, then I feel that she should be punished, and example should be set in the society, that if a person is appearing for such amazing exam, then her or his job is to do something good for the society, right? Then next, leaders should be morally upright to inspire people, right? And Indian philosophy, we read dharma, duty. Your duty is to serve people, right? Not to loot from people, but to serve people, to be in a power and then see what they need, and how you are going to work for them. This is what Indian philosophy tells us. So ethics is not theoretical, even in real life cases like in Nupur Bora case. And this I do in my class also. We discuss real life examples. My students come with current affairs and then we discuss it all together. So civil servant must uphold integrity as foundation of public services, right? Compassion should be there, sympathy should be there. Now when I ask my students compassion, sympathy and empathy, most of the students doesn't know the meaning of it. Empathy is Sympathy is where you are actually understanding, that you are verbally saying it, that yes, I understand your situation. And empathy is when you are putting yourself in someone's shoes and then you are telling it to the person that yes, now I understand how you were feeling before, and now I get to know, I get to feel this feeling. And compassion, which I think and which should be an aspirant and an administrator, is compassion. Compassion is something that you are in action, you are doing something for that person to solve their problems. This is what compassion is. And a person should have compassion to work for the society, towards the society, right? Philosophical provides guiding principle for ethical conduct. As I said, ethics and philosophy both are important and should be learned and understood by each and every administrator. So case serves as reminder that with power comes responsibility. You shouldn't be mean, you shouldn't be materialistic, you should be, with empathy, with compassion, with sympathy, you should work with. There should be like integrity in yourself, right? And there is a power which is given to you, and that power should be used for a good cause. And the moment you'll understand, you'll get to know that the difference you can make to the society. And with this Nupur case, we understand that how ethics is irrelevant in this case, how philosophy is irrelevant in this case. So if you are a person who think that there are such cases which can fit into philosophy and ethics, then you are welcome in my class, because this is what we do. We do discussion, we learn together and we grow together. So thank you so much.